Hey guys, my name is Kris Barocsi. Welcome to Guitar Tweakz. Hey everyone, my name is Kris Barocsi. Welcome to my channel. This is Guitar Tweakz. I am starting a brand new series and it's gonna be a long one, I guess. I am going to restore and refinish and upgrade my good old SQUIER bass. It's kind of funny how this whole thing started. I own this bass for I think 9 years now. It's a year 2000 or 99 SQUIER 5-string precision bass. I love the bass. It's one of those affordable instruments that actually are really good. You know how it is, you always have something more important to do. And Ferris, TheGuitarGeek, this is his channel. And also you'll find the link to his channel in the description box and at the end of this video. I've mentioned to him I have this really cool 5-string P-Bass and I wanted to refinish it and kind of put in nice pickups and everything, and I think he understood that I need a kick in my butt because he lied to me. He told he will just borrow my bass and need it for a video of a sort, and I was like, yeah, sure dude, go and have it. And after weeks, he gave me my bass back and it was in parts. He just gave me basically a plastic bag full of bass parts. And it was sort of the kick I needed to actually go and start this whole project. First of all, Andy, I hate you, and also I love you. Yeah, it was necessary, really. So he did the craziest part already. Getting rid of this really thick, really robust finish that was on, which was a polyurethane finish, pretty thick too. And getting rid of that is not a nice thing. It stinks, it's messy. I'm really happy with the result. Andy did a fantastic job. And if you want to see the beginning of this whole process, check out his video. You'll have a link in this video's description box below. I will probably put just a really thin layer of vintage tint nitro on the headstock, just for looks. And I will definitely put a few layers of nitro on the body. But before I start, there are a number of things I've decided already, like some parts and the color of the bass, but I really need your input. Well, there are two options and I just simply cannot decide which one to go with. The color will be shell pink. I know, it's pink. This will be my first weird color guitar. It's just how it is. I decided to go with shell pink, but I do not want to have it looking shiny and brand new. I love Les Pauls and modern guitars like Ibanez, Schecter, Jackson, whatever, without any relicking on them. I love it, like shiny new looking things, But in terms of like Fender guitars and basses, I just don't like brand new looking, P-basses and tellies and strats. I don't know. It's just a personal thing. So I will go for certain kind of relic. This is what you have to decide, or help me decide. Option A is gonna be just, closing the wood pores, the grain with this baby. It's a really useful little thing. It's a water-based wood grain filler. Then you can just use your primer, that one, which is just white, matte white. Put this on and then shell pink to have the color. And then some vintage, sort of yellowish clear coat. So with that you have your primer, your color, and your clear coat. And I will do as few layers as possible because I don't want to have a thick finish. And when I'm done with that, I will just sort of relic it to make it look nice and old, not overdoing it, not a heavy relic, just more of a dints and dongs and stuff, under your arm, something, and where your thumb is, some, I would say, tasty soft relicking. That's option A. Option B is gonna be shelping over sunburst. Now that is something that's really hard to get right. I never tried it before, and I am a little bit afraid of the process, to be honest. First of all, because it takes way more time, and second of all, you know, if you mess it up, you have to send it all back to this level and start it all over again, and that's a pain, you know. Yeah. So shelping over sunburst would mean I will have to do a sunburst finish as thin as possible, then use the primer white to cover that all up, then the shelping, and then the clear coat, the vintage tinted clear coat on top. And with that, it only makes sense using or doing a heavier relic, because otherwise you don't really see the sunburst underneath. So with that, I would definitely go for a bigger relic part under the arm. This would mean a lot more relicking and of course more steps in the process while finishing the bass. I almost told guitar, sorry bass players. So version A is gonna be just, you know, white primer, then shelping, and then vintage tint, clear coat, soft relic, finished. And version B is gonna be first a two-tone sunburst, then the primer, then the shelping, and then the vintage tint clear coat. Let me know, please. Do you have the patience and interest in seeing a color over color finish, or is it just too much trouble for nothing? I already have a mint green, I hope you can see this and it doesn't only look white, a mint green blank pickguard, plastic, whatever, it's a 3-ply mint green pickguard. I will go over the body with a finer grit sandpaper just to make it ready for the finishing process. And it started here in the fretboard with the 6th fret for some reason. Andy, why did you start on the 6th fret? I was wondering. Yeah, whatever. He just cleaned it up. It looks really bright, actually really fair. It's kind of weird, but it gets darker if I oil it. So that's basically it. Let's get into it. I start with 120 grit because there are some scratches and a fly. There are some scratches here and there when I want to go away. So for that you need a nice and rough grit. If you want to make sure your refinish looks professional enough, you really have to make sure that the surface of the body, before you even start, you know, filling the grain or starting any of the finishing layers, has to be really smooth. Because even if you think it's completely smooth and there's no rough parts on it or scratches or anything, even if you think it's perfect, still you can have issues. As soon as you apply your first layer of coat, you know, whichever finish you're using, you will all of a sudden see things that make you go mad and make you, you know, go back to the beginning and start all over again and sending it off and everything. There are just a few scratches in this region, and And on the upper horn, I'm not even sure if you can see these, but it's probably too fine, too small, but I just want to make sure they don't pop out as soon as I have my first layers of finish on top. So I try to make them go away as best as I can. I'm also sanding in grain direction, so not 90 degrees to the wood grain. I'm making sure that even though I'm scratching the surface with the 120 grit sanding paper, I'm trying not to cause serious stripes on it anymore. Ow. Hot. Ow. Also, I'm using my finger right now to hold the sanding paper, because with that I can concentrate on small parts. Like I have this tiny scratch here, and here, and here, and that's it. I don't want to sand off the whole surface. I just want to make sure these parts get a little more pressure than like here around it. Whew. Okay, I'm happy with the back. By the way, funny enough, it is a, I hope you can see it, it is a 3-piece body. It's alder, which is nice. Good to know that it's not some, you know, trash wood they had around. It's proper alder. It's not even very heavy, and it's built out of 3 pieces. And what's funny, you can always tell on the side of the body where the glue joints are. And funny enough, it's right here. I hope you can see some of it. And it's completely centered. So the strap pin is right in the middle. It's like halfway to both glue lines. And that's like a tone block. How awesome is that? Thank you, Squire. Ow. Ow. I'm pretty happy with the results. I will go through probably once more with a sanding paper and then apply the grain filler and the first, you know, finish layers and everything. This was the first part of the series. I promise I will chat way less in the other ones. It was just necessary to clarify, you know, what's the background story, what's up with the bass, why am I doing a bass even? I mean, I just don't have a guitar right now to modify. And also it doesn't matter if it's a bass body or a guitar body, ukulele body, whatever you want to finish. The process is the same, so I just wanted to show you how to get a nice result if you decide to refin a guitar or a bass of your own. Please let me know if version A or version B is more your thing, and I'll be back. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell and do all the things that help me to keep this whole thing running. Cheers and have an awesome week. Bye.